It's round 16 of the AFL season, and it's Geelong versus North Melbourne on Saturday night at 7:25. This is your match preview. G'day everyone, how's it going? It's Friday evening, about 5 o'clock at the time of recording this episode. I'm going to have a bit of a look at the North Melbourne Cats game, as I said, at the GMHBA on Saturday night. I'm going to the game, can't wait. Taking the kids, that should be fun. Got some average seats though, that's the best I could get. I thought, there's going to be a mad rush because Cats have won 6 in a row, and it's a Saturday night, good time for the kids. It doesn't get in the way of sport or anything like that. But yeah, got some pretty rubbish seats, and I couldn't get seats for all 5 of us together. But nonetheless, we're going, and I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, I'll get on to my predictions in a little bit. So it hasn't been happy hunting for North against the Cats lately. We've won the last 9 straight against them, and they've only beaten us down at Kardinia Park once since 2007. Something happened in 2007, I can't remember. A bit of a dynasty just kicked off. Anyway, and the last 5 times we've played them, we've smashed them by 44 points on average. So yeah, North really struggling against the might and power of the Geelong Football Club. Sorry if you're a North Melbourne supporter watching this. Seb Wright, if you happen to be tuning in. Seb's from the 12th rows back. 12 rows back, sorry. We did he was on our show Behind the Game the other night, so if you haven't checked that one out, make sure you do so. Good North Melbourne supporter. Hopefully we'll be finding his way to the game on the weekend, maybe. Anyway, so yeah, last time we played North, it was a bit of a smashing down in Hobart. Jezza went nuts, kicked 7 goals, and our boys got up by 60 points in the end. Probably could have been a bit higher, probably should have been a bit higher actually, but one of those games where you just do enough to get the win. And we probably tailed off a little bit towards the end there. Once the 4 points were in the bank, I think Tui played okay as well. He might have had about 30 odd touches, 33 I think from memory, and we really killed them in the turnovers. We had like 20 scoring shots from just from turnovers alone. So it was really poor performance from North. Cats just did what Geelong expected them to do. So got a pass mark, and it was great to see Ollie Dempsey make his debut and have his mates come down and support him for the day. So that was some of my memories from the last game. But yeah, as I said, hasn't been good times for North when they come up against the Cats in recent years, and I see no reason why that would change this time around either. We're coming into this game off 5 straight wins after doing the business against this not scum. I don't think they're scum yet, but I don't know what we're going to call the Tigers, but I'm not liking the Tigers at the moment, especially their fans. The players are okay. The fans are really not enjoying your banter through the week. I wouldn't even call it banter, I call it idiocy. Anyway, you've got to pull your head in, guys. You're out of control at the minute. It's been a crazy week on Twitter, I'll give you that. Copping some abuse in the DMs too, that was fun. Thanks, Richmond supporters, you're all class. Not all of you, I'm sure some of you are fine. We're currently second on the ladder after that win, which is quite nice. Sadly, North, right down the bottom. Someone's got to be down there, though, holding everyone else up. So thanks, North, for playing that role. And yeah, they're coming off a 12-game losing streak, so they're not looking good. We're on a 5-game winning streak. They're on a 12-game winning streak. We're at home. Haven't beaten us 9 times in a row, and we've smashed them the last 5 times. So you'd be a brave person to be tipping North to beat the Cats on the weekend. I think they're paying quite well, actually. So, anyway. North came off a 10-goal hiding against Adelaide, the might and power of Adelaide Crows, on the weekend too. So, yeah, really not travelling well. The only good thing I'll say about North at the minute is Aaron Hall went bonkers with the... I don't know how many possessions he had. I think it would have had over 30, but 1,020 metres gained, which is a record. So I think he's probably the one we just want to keep an eye on Saturday night and keep him in check. Maybe don't run through him and send him into next week, but just do enough to curtail his influence a little bit. That'd be great. Now I've seen the selections that Danger and Rowan are back, which is great. But I don't know if it's a shock, but I guess it's not anymore. Selwood's being managed. Who was the other one that's out? Oh, it's escaped me for a moment. I'm sure it'll come back to me. Damn it. Anyway, yeah, someone else is out. There you go. Someone else. That's good. Stevens, unfortunately, Radagalia. They could make I think they're emergencies. I know Stevens is, so We might see them if there's a late change. Obviously, Stewart's out for 4 weeks. He's been spotted in Seminyak at one of the bars near the beach out that way, so he'll be there for a few more weeks, getting some nice little suntan. And I think for North, Bailey Scott looks like he's missing with a hip injury, and Taron Thomas didn't play that well. He got admitted he had 3 touches last week, so unfortunately he's lost his way a little bit. So yeah, they're struggling. North, there's not much more you can say about North. They're doing it tough, and David Noble, oh goodness me, he's got the full support of the board. Whenever you hear that, you know it's curtains, and Geelong's got a history of killing coaches. I think Nathan Buckley was their last victim. And so it's looking like if Cats have a big win, that he could be facing a nervous week, David Noble. Hopefully not. Hopefully North can turn it around. It's not this week, but for the rest of the season they get some wins on the board. It's not looking good though, is it? All signs are pointing to absolute disaster for that club. And looking like a few players want out as well. So, look, my predictions, I'm going the Cats to win, not in a landslide actually, I'm only picking us to win by 35 points. I'm hoping that North Melbourne play really well. I'm hoping that they put in their best effort and give us a challenge. I think that's what we need in the lead up to the Melbourne game. Not to the point where we're battered and bruised, but hopefully they don't give it to us easy and we carry on like millionaires and go into next week. Oh, we've come off a 100-point win and Melbourne's going to be easy. No, I hope that we get a good run, and if not, I'm going to be very nervous because I think a couple of times we've lost games this year after 10-goal wins, and I don't want to see that again. I know the last time we played North, we lost the following week, so let's not see a repeat of that if we can. I think Tommy Hawkins is due a big week, so I wouldn't be surprised if he kicks 4 or 5, and Jezza probably expect him to kick 3 or 4. He kicked 7 goals last time, so no reason why he won't go big again, unless they keep him in the midfield again. That was interesting, wasn't it? He had a bit of a run through the midfield last week. I think we'll stay second on the ladder. I know Brisbane gained a few percentage points last night with their win over the Doggies, but I think we'll probably win by enough to retain second spot on the ladder. Can't see Melbourne losing this week for us to go number 1. I think they're nearly 10 percentage points ahead of us, so I think the only way we're going to catch them is if we catch more games. So yeah, look, I think we'll finish second, and we'll probably rotate between us and Brisbane throughout the rest of the year. They've got a reasonable run. I think it's similar to ours actually. I'm expecting them to finish the year pretty strong, even though they had a bit of a bad loss the week before. They turned it around this week, which is good for them. And hopefully next week, if we do the job against North, which most of us are predicting that we will, hopefully Melbourne get through as well, and then it's a first versus second clash at GMHBA. I don't know what night it is. It could be Saturday night. I have to double check that. But yeah, first versus second, that's the most important thing. And last time we played them was in the prelim, so we've got a bit of payback that we need to give them. I hope we absolutely smash them. I don't care. It's regular season. I don't care. And I'm sure we'll play each other in the finals at some point. But I want to do them. I want to make them hurt. I want them to go away, sooking it up in the opposition change rooms, and wishing that they, and hoping and praying that they never get to see us in September. Somehow get on the other side of the draw from us. That's what I'm hoping. I'm kidding myself, I'm sure of it, but that's what I'm hoping anyway. It's a tough month ahead for us. I think the next 3 or 4 weeks will determine where we end up in the top 4, or if we end up in the top 4 at all. You'd expect that we'll probably win 2 out of 4 at least. Clearly we'll probably win this week, and it's just whether we can sneak another win or 2 in the next 3 games. Some tough opponents coming up, and then it gets a little bit easier after that in the very last few weeks of the year. So fingers crossed the boys are ready to go, and we can all step up and cover the absence of Stewart when he's away. Hopefully we send Henry back, get Rowan in again, and Danger comes back and does okay through the midfield. It's a bit of a shame Selwood's not going to be there, but he's getting old, and there was probably going to be some players rested in the 5-day break between this game and the Melbourne game. So don't be surprised if there's a couple of other players who are laid outs in between that one. So anyway, that's the match preview. Thanks for watching. All the normal stuff. Subscribe, like, blah, blah, blah. Check out a couple of the other shows. Paul James with his Behind the Play. We've got an interview coming up with, the interview we just did was with Seb Wright, who has the podcast 12 Rows Back. He's a North Melbourne supporter, so some of our shows we've tried to find a YouTuber or podcaster that's got ties to the team that we're playing that round, so be worth checking that one out to get the opposition's point of view. And Caden McDonald is our next guest. He's a huge YouTuber with 70,000 subscribers, and I think he's the biggest AFL content creator in Australia, bar, I think, with the exception of AFL.com and all that sort of stuff. But he's pretty much the biggest there is out there in YouTube when it comes to AFL. So he's coming on the show in the lead up to the Melbourne game, and then I've checked that interview out, and that's a cracker. So look forward to watching that one. And the Draft Wars boys from the Cats have had a week off, but they'll be back with their show through the week as well for episode 10. It's promising to be a big one, episode 10. Episode 10 is always a huge one, so I'm sure the boys will try and outdo themselves. Anyway, and that's it. So we'll probably have another match review as well. And don't forget Kieran Fields. We'll put his show out. What's tonight? Friday. Yeah, we'll have the highlight show out tonight as well. So keep an eye on that one. And I'll finish off by saying, Go Cats!